you ever feel like someone set you up to die, like they dropped you into the middle of nowhere and forgot you were even alive? That's what it felt like in Outpost Keating, a small American base at the bottom of a valley in Afghanistan surrounded by mountains, where the enemy looked down at you like gods with rifles. It was 2009, and the Taliban had been watching, waiting. They knew the terrain, they knew the routine, and on October 3rd, at dawn, they came, not with a few, not with dozens, with over 300 fighters coming down the hills like a damn flood. The attack was brutal, bullets raining from above, mortars screaming into the walls. Guys were scrambling, barefoot, bleeding, dragging their weapons to the nearest cover. The base was built in the worst possible place, defenseless, exposed, boxed in, and the enemy knew it. Every building was getting hit, flames, smoke, screams. The ammo point got blown sky high, the latrines caught fire. Guys were fighting through black smoke and burning tents. One guy jumped from the second floor into flames just to pull a wounded soldier out. Another took a round to the legs and still kept crawling with a belt-fed machine gun, screaming, "I am not leaving this fight." 8 Americans were killed that day, over 20 wounded, but they held that damn base. They fought room to room, sandbag to sandbag, some hand to hand. They called air support. They pushed the enemy back inch by inch. In the middle of all this, one guy ran into open fire to grab more ammo and came back grinning with holes in his vest, saying they missed by an inch. Baby, another man was shot in the neck and kept giving orders until he passed out. They kept calling out names on the radio, checking if their boys were still breathing. Some didn't answer, and that silence hit harder than any bomb. When the smoke cleared, when the Taliban finally pulled back, there were bodies everywhere, both sides soaked in blood, but the flag was still flying. They held it. They didn't run, they didn't break. And days later, the U.S. Army shut the outpost down, demolished it, left it behind like it never mattered. But for the men who bled there, who watched their brothers fall, that dirt, that valley, it meant everything. They called it a death trap, but they never stopped fighting. They never quit, 'cause sometimes soldiers don't get to pick the fight, but they damn sure decide how it ends. And at Kamdesh, they ended it standing. If you're hearing this now, remember that courage isn't in the planet S, in the moment it S, in the choice to stand when everything says fall. So hit that like button. If that hill just hit your heart, drop a comment. Would you have stayed, or would you have run? And yeah, hit subscribe for more real stories of war, loyalty, and sacrifice, 'cause some people read history and others carry it in their scars.